Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be installing some headlight delete brackets.
You heard that correctly, Dylan here. We are deleting the pop-up headlights on the Miata. Forgive us, forgive us. Due to the graphic nature of this content, I've blurred out the process, but the real reason why we're doing this is to open up the room in the engine bay. Now, I didn't think these pop-up headlights took up that much space, but once we removed those brackets, it really did open up quite a bit of room here, and we even were able to route our intake through the passenger side headlight bracket area. If you haven't seen that episode, link up above.
Singular Motorsports sells these. I got these secondhand from somebody. This is not a sponsored video. I just couldn't find a video on how to do it, so I figured we'd make one for you guys. I've already done one side just so that I could learn. So I'm gonna take you guys through the other side now. So there's 3 parts you need to do this. You need the hood, whatever hood you're gonna use. This is the track car hood. You can see the vents from Spiked Performance on the bottom side, a headlight cover, just a factory one, and then these brackets from Singular Motorsports.
Oh, I'm gonna stop you right there, Stefan. Dylan here again. You might be asking yourself, why are we not just welding the headlight covers to the hood? And honestly, that was our original idea. You know, just take these little headlight covers and weld them directly to the hood. But the problem with that is, believe it or not, these headlight covers are made of steel, and the NA's hood is aluminum. Aluminum, steel, steel, aluminum. Aluminum, aluminum, steel, steel, steel. Aluminum. And that doesn't work. Also note, these headlight covers actually are not very easily replicated. They are kind of an odd shape, and they've got quite a bit of contour in there, so it wouldn't be something that could be easily fabbed in aluminum and then just welded onto the hood. So the easiest solution is these brackets.
Optionally, I've been using some M6 washers. I'll show you where later. Tools, you're gonna want a cutoff wheel or a Dremel with a cutoff wheel, also a rivet gun, drill, and a drill bit that is 3/16 in diameter for the rivet holes. First things first, this only bolts up one way. So short side on top, long side here. You'll see it pretty easily. And you can tell when you bolt it up that it wants to sit on this piece, which we can't have because that's gonna put the headlight way too low. So we're gonna cut this out, and I'll show you what I did over here. I've already painted this black, I gotta paint it again, but I just ran all the way around where this fold starts here, and then chopped this way, and then took an angle grinder and just cleaned it up so that I wouldn't cut myself or nobody would cut themselves when we open the hood. And then while you have the angle grinder, the cutoff wheel, you're gonna wanna cut these tabs off. You really only have to cut the inside ones out, but you might as well cut the outer ones off because they're not going to serve you a purpose anymore. These mount to the headlight buckets, and we don't have those anymore. So this corner is pretty rough to get with as big of a blade as I use. With enough sanding, I guess, with the grinder wheel, you can open it up and get all the sharp stuff out of the way. I might run a seam sealer bead around this later just so that it's covered. Also probably went a little farther than I had to, just based on the other side. You can probably cut out little notches if you really wanted to. And this is cut all 4 tabs off. I did something on this side that I don't think I'm gonna do again. I cut this lip off on the sides that meet the hood because otherwise it would bend in when you riveted it down because the rivets go inside. So I cut that off and I put 3 washers underneath. What I'll probably do is leave the ring and also put the washers underneath. It'll look more finished from the outside. Now, is to take this template, mock it up to where it needs to be. So you kind of use both. You want this to sit flush with the edge of the foot on the front and on the side, and you want to make sure that you have enough rivet space on the inside of the hood and the inside of the headlight. And then you just mark the 4 for the hood, drill and rivet those, and then we'll put this on once this sits like that. I've got the top rivet in just so that it'll stay in place. I've got these 2 rivets in to align it. This hole I was a little off, so once these 2 are in, I'm going to re-drill through so that I have a straight enough shot for the rivet. This is the easiest way I found to do it, is stand it upright. If you're working on the table, you got to kind of work against gravity. Even if it's pressed flat against the backer plate, it's still proud of the hood itself, whereas this side is flush all the way around. So there's no weird bumps or rises or anything like that, and it'll look flush from head on, whereas this is gonna be a weird bump. So I'm gonna trim that down again, trying to cut this lip in, trying to cut this lip in half is the goal. Just these two sides that are contacting this. The other ones stay full, so you have full closure when the hood is shut. Let's cut to that. YouTube magic, that'll be done. That's a good representation of how much I took off. All the way around, just those two sides. And when you press it on and push it down to contour match, it is flush. That's gonna be hard to show you guys, but it is flush to the hood. This will be a little hard to show on camera because I need both hands. There's the hole for the mount. Here's the hole for the headlight cover. So you put a rivet through, and then on the back side here, these are M6 washers. I just stacked 3 of them up. So that acts as a spacer and sets the exact height that you need to get the hood gap right. I'm gonna pop these in quick, pick you up and show you when we're all done. Those 2 rivets are in, and this is flush to the edge. This is flush to the front of the hood. In theory, I mean, it's obviously not gonna go anywhere with 2 rivets, but you could have this issue at high speeds or, you know, sideways flutter. So all I'm gonna do now is come to the back side, just drill right through and repeat the rivet process, and that'll be a wrap. Mind the still wet spray paint. Looks pretty sick. The gap here is really bad. There's no hood latch or anything on this right now. Actually, what I'm gonna do next is install the hood pins. We've got the arrow catch style. So now that the hood is on, I'll actually bolt it to the hinges, get the positioning correct, and then work on installing the catches so that it is removable, because we deleted the hood latch because race car. This looks sick. Those spiked vents all over look incredible. Yeah, let's keep moving on, making some sick progress. That's gonna be a wrap for this episode. If you liked what you saw, leave a like. If you didn't like it, dislike it, leave a comment down below and tell us why not. And if you liked it, leave a comment and tell us what you liked about it. And make sure, if you want to see more of this, you hit that subscribe button down below in the corner. See you then. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. We are going to be installing some Singular Motorsports headlight delete brackets.